my name is Krista Harder, and I am about 3 days away from day 1 of Bright Line Eating, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my before. So I have ADHD. I've had it my whole life. I am on Ritalin for that. I recently started antidepressants a little under a year ago it was during the pandemic, and I'm homeschooling and I just needed to be able to function. So I've been on antidepressants since then. I often take melatonin to sleep. I have asthma and I am medicated for that. And I also take a lot of vitamins just to get me through the day and give me the energy I need. In addition to that, I struggle with breakouts all over my face. And when I'm stressed out, I tend to pick at them and make them worse. Yeah, the actual weight gain is frustrating, obviously. And I'm looking forward to being in a right size body. But more than that, I think I'm looking forward to having energy for my kids and being able to give them my best self. I'm looking forward to the clarity of mind that cutting out the wheat and the sugar will give me, because I've formerly done keto, so I do understand the sugar flour hangover thing a little bit. And something that I've never experienced in my life is that freedom from the food thoughts. So I'm really curious about that, and it's completely foreign to me. I have no idea what to think of it, to be totally honest. Yeah, I don't know. That's my before, I guess. I'll have a short little video of like my body, which you can see here in the sitting position. This is, I hate it, right? Got this hanging over the jeans and the big thighs, and you know, my arms stick out farther than I want them to. I'm not comfortable in this body. So I'm also looking forward to the idea of a right-sized body, whatever that might be. My current weight is 197.7. That was a little under a week ago. And my goal weight is 115, 120, and that's me being safe. What I ought to aim for is 110, but that just seems totally unattainable. I've never been that weight in my entire adult life. So it's scary. The lowest I've been in my adult life is 125. So I'm already aiming below that. But scientifically, mathematically, what I should be aiming for as a 5'2" female in her early 30s is 110 pounds. So it's a lot of weight. It's like we're talking 80, 90 pounds that I need to lose. So I'm very nervous about that and excited about that, to not be carrying that around on my body forever, right? I'm looking forward to this being a forever change. I'm not looking forward to establishing the habits, because weighing my food sounds like a real pain in the butt. But I'm going to do it, and hopefully I will change my mind about that. But I've always been someone that hates portion control. I don't know if that comes as a surprise looking at me, but I've always hated portion control, whether it's measuring things, whether it's eyeballing using like the palm of your hand, or weighing, right? So yeah, I hate it, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm really hoping that I like it, and yeah, let this journey begin. Hi, it's October 29th. Here I guess I should sit the same way I was in the first video, just so you can see. Yeah, this shirt needs to go back here, basically, if you want to actually see my outline. Still have weight to lose. I'm about 20 pounds from goal weight, so there's still plenty going on here and all over the place. We got a ways to go yet, but oh my goodness, I just watched my before video before coming here to shoot this, and it's emotional. And let me start off by saying that chick you just saw is the strongest version of me, and I have nothing but respect for her. That is the woman that gave me Bright Line Eating. And it's really actually very emotional to, I'm not a crier, but this makes me cry. It is really emotional to see where I was at and to see how much I was struggling with. And I was not just carrying weight. I was carrying weight, so much weight. And to see myself say that I had never experienced freedom from food thoughts. My goodness. Anyway, let's get into it. ADHD, I'm totally off Ritalin and I'm taking therapy and I'm learning how to manage my ADHD. I have the mental clarity that I so desperately wanted and said that I kind of remembered from my keto days, difference being no adrenal fatigue in there as well. So the mental clarity is even clearer. And the difference of taking out sweeteners as well as sugar, that's what eliminated the food thoughts. No food thoughts. I make buns for the family. I have made pumpkin pie from scratch, from pumpkins in my garden, from crusts that I have made, and I am 100% neutral with it. I am not fighting against it. I don't have food thoughts. I can hold my son's chips in my hand and put them back in the container and not lick my fingers. And it's not hard. That is how much food freedom I have. It is unbelievable. I can leave an open bag of anything on the counter and it doesn't taunt me. I can take the leftover bits of food on my kid's plate and throw it in the garbage without a second thought. That's the kind of freedom I have, and it's amazing. Antidepressants, off of those, like fully off of those, and aware of my body and how it's working. So this fall, when the days started getting shorter and I noticed that I was getting a little hanky-janky in the brain, I bought a sad light. It's right over there, on the table. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. And I use it every morning for 20 minutes, and it helps me sleep at night and it helps me be awake during the day. I do not take melatonin to sleep, ever. That is not a problem. Bright Line Eating fixed my circadian rhythm. I am tired by 9:30 p.m. I am awake at 5:30 in the morning without an alarm. Asthma. I still take meds as needed for that, but I also haven't gotten sick. So hard to know. I don't take any vitamins except for vitamin D in the winter and occasionally vitamin B because I got blood tested that my vitamin B was low. So I do take that. And breakouts, I do still get those. I'm just recovering, but it goes in line with my cycle. So that hasn't changed. I do still get those breakouts. Let's see, I was looking forward to having energy for the kids, and here I am homeschooling for a second year. You can see our medical man up there behind me here, his guts displayed behind my head right here. And loving it and have the energy for my kids, and they're doing piano lessons and we're in a co-op and we have people over and I clean the house and host them and I still have energy the next day. I don't need a day to recover after hosting an event. Huge deal. I am not uncomfortable with my body at all. I know I have weight left to lose, but I love my body. I love where my arms sit. I don't care about that. It doesn't bug me. I just love who I am right now. So that's a huge win. Weighing my food I thought was going to be a pain in the butt. Guess what? That provides the neutrality and the food freedom. I am never second guessing whether I'm eating enough. I never second guess whether I'm eating too much too, right? Because the vegetable portions are very large. And sometimes I kind of play the game where I eyeball it a little bit while it's on the scale without looking at the scale. And then I look at it, I'm like, oh, I get more than that yet. And I'm never having to second guess it. I know my body's getting exactly the nutrition it needs and not a bit more. Doesn't need any more. And I weigh my food. I write my food down the night before, and that's what I eat the next day. And I thought that was going to remove so much freedom from me, but you know what? It doesn't. You just adjust, right? I just instead, if I see a creative idea, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to make that for supper tonight, I say, oh, that's a cool idea. I'll write that down for tomorrow. It's really just that simple. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at. This is the power of Bright Line Eating in under 10 minutes. Literally, I started February 27th. Today's October 20 something. So we're March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So we are 8 months. In 8 months, I have literally changed my life. Okay, this is my before video. yeah. I bought these bras about 10, 15 pounds ago, so the bra is too tight. These pants are like my fat pants, and they are obviously too tight. I've got like the front bum going on, like they are controlling some of that. This is me in a relaxed state. When I'm seeing people, I would suck in like this probably. Arms, chin. I'm not afraid to look at myself in the mirror, but I am definitely in denial of it. Like this goes in and out of my brain, and I sort of tend not to see it. The other thing I want to work on is my thighs, but that'll come with exercise, I think, more than weight loss. But yeah, this is me. All right, so we are at October 29th. This is my update. This shirt is actually too big to give you an idea of where I'm at. Like that's how much of the shirt I have to pull back to really show you where I'm at. Finally got smaller bras, so the bra's the right size now. A lot less going on there than there was in the beginning. Nothing going on here. In fact, I shoot a lot of videos from that angle, and I don't care. A lot less hair, I will say that. I've lost some hair. Tight back view. Legs. I actually like my thighs right now. That's different. I enjoy my thighs. I thought they needed exercise. Maybe they didn't. Yeah, that's my Bright Line Eating story. And what's really cool is it's not a unique story in the community. I'm not anyone special that's had an unusual amount of success with the program. The program just works. And when they designed the program, they actually designed it with, I'm going to say like postmenopausal women in mind. That was her demographic. That was her target market when she started. And everybody does it now. Men, women, young, old, all do it. But the point is it can actually work for you, no matter what your demographic is. Even if you were born out of the womb with a double chin, it can work for you because it's working on the science of food addiction. Bright Line Eating is about having 4 lines that you don't cross. First line is no sugar. And by no sugar, they mean sugar, honey, agave, all the things that are sweeteners, like xylitol, stevia, no sweeteners of any kind. That's line 1. Line 2 is no flour. No flours of any kind. No corn flour, no rice flour, no oat flour, no almond flour, no flours, no sugars, no flours. Third line is no snacking. You have your 3 meals a day and that is it. You don't need snacks. Hunger is not an emergency. The 4th line, I had to think there for a minute. The 4th line is weighing and measuring your food. Now, almost everybody in Bright Line Eating does this with a food scale, but the book very clearly says you can do this with a 1-plate rule. You can do this with measuring cups if that's what you prefer. However, the program is generally set up for weighing the food because the reality is 1 cup of carrots and 1 cup of lettuce do not have the same nutrition content. But if you're weighing out 6 ounces of carrots versus 6 ounces of lettuce, you'll actually get a huge voluminous salad, which kind of makes sense. That is Bright Line Eating in a nutshell. It is based on the science of food addiction. It is based on what happens when you puree your fruit and drink it in a smoothie, and then the sugars get absorbed into your brain and you get a dopamine spike versus eating an apple. That's the kind of science that it's based on. If you want more information, send me a message. I am a bit lonely here in Winnipeg, being kind of the only person that I am aware of doing Bright Line Eating. I would love to have some friends, and I would love to see you get the kind of freedom that I'm experiencing.